This is the story of Martin Luther King Jr., the man who dreamed aloud even when the world tried to silence him. The year was 1963, and the heat of summer had settled over Washington, D.C. On the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, a young preacher stood before a crowd of more than 250,000 people. He looked out over the sea of faces, black, white, rich, poor, all gathered for the same cause, justice. Then with a calm yet commanding voice, he began to speak. "I have a dream." Those 4 words would travel farther than any bullet, echo louder than any threat. But long before that day, before the marches, the boycotts, and the Nobel Prize, Martin Luther King Jr. was just a boy in Atlanta, Georgia, born on January 15, 1929, the son of a preacher and a teacher. He grew up in a world divided by color. Signs marked whites only on buses, schools, and water fountains. Yet even as a child, young Martin asked questions his society refused to answer. At Morehouse College, he discovered the writings of Mahatma Gandhi, who taught that the mightiest weapon against oppression was not hatred, but nonviolence. King carried that truth like a torch. By his mid-20s, he became a pastor at Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama. In 1955, when a quiet seamstress named Rosa Parks refused to give up her bus seat, King led the Montgomery Bus Boycott, a peaceful protest that lasted 381 days. The buses ran empty. The nation took notice. As his influence grew, so did the danger. His home was bombed. He was arrested more than 20 times. He received threats daily, yet he never stopped preaching love. He said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that." King's movement swelled into a national awakening. In 1963, the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom became the stage for his immortal dream. That one day, this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. He was only 34 years old. The following year, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, the youngest man ever to receive it at the time. But his dream came at a cost. The more his message spread, the more enemies it awakened. On April 4, 1968, in Memphis, Tennessee, Martin Luther King Jr. stood on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel. He turned to his friends and said softly, "I've been to the mountaintop. I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you." Moments later, a rifle cracked. The dreamer fell, but the dream did not die. It crossed oceans, generations, and hearts. From apartheid South Africa to the streets of modern America, his voice still calls. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And the echo of his dream still whispers, "They silenced the man, but not the message. They killed the dreamer, but not the dream." Moral of the story: courage is not shouting in anger, but standing in love when hate is loudest. Dreams built on truth never die. They live in those who carry them forward. Every legend carries a lesson. Stay with the Story Vault for more.